Welcome, all school gamekeepers, all school Dungeons and Dragons.
That's all editions of D&D 0 through 5. Maybe 6 sometime, coming soon. Hey, thank you and for showing up, and hope you enjoy our episode today of all school gamekeepers. First thing I'd like to talk about is the D&D Icons of the Realms Monster Pack Village Raiders. That's these guys right here. $24.99 at your friendly local game store, or you can get it on Amazon, but please support your local game store. In this set, you get 3 goblins, 2 orcs, and 2 gnolls, pre-painted, ready for your 4D game setup. It's really awesome because these are pre-painted for less than $1.25 a piece. You can't paint them for that. I mean, really, you can't. I mean, if you go buy a jar of paint or a 17 milliliter pot of paint, you're looking at anywhere from $3 to $5, depending on where you get it. And that's just one color. But anyway, these guys are the same ones. These orcs and gnolls and goblins are the same ones that you can get from Knowles Yours unpainted line. So same poses, but they're painted. They're multiple colors here. They look really good, and you can use them for your villains, or if your character is playing an orc or a gnoll or a goblin. I mean, there are a good many to put on your board. I went and bought a second one because I liked them so much. Check them out. You got anything to add to these guys?
The color is really, I like how it's really well done. I mean, I can never paint anything near as well as this. I mean, I've never did miniatures. I've never even done models. You know, I might have done a little bit of mech warrior little guys back in the days, but that's about it. So it's pretty solid.
I mean, they're good. I mean, they're using some washes on these, so you just don't get these bright colors or these colors. I mean, the washes tan them down, or not tan them down, but dirty them down a little bit, make them look really good. I mean, 7 figures for $25. That is not bad. I wish they would offer ogre packs now, or goblin packs, nothing but goblins, and more than 1 to 2 or 3 at a time. I mean, give me a 10 pack of goblins or a 10 pack of orcs in different poses or just different colors. I'd be like, cha-ching, here's my money, take it.
I'm real curious on how the painting happens too. I mean, I don't think they'd have someone sit there just spend all the time painting it. Do they?
I think they're laser printed.
I would go, yeah.
I would think, or at least I would hope.
It would make sense for someone just paint.
I mean, you'd have to have an army of people to paint all these.
Yeah.
But hey, for $25, you get 7 figures, and these are your village raiders. They come in and attack Daggerford, or they attack Helm's Hold, whatever in the realms. Or if you're playing Greyhawks, or basic with Hollow World, they will work. I mean, a good 28 millimeter mini, and I got Duke Zalto here. He's the head boss. I mean, he doesn't come with it. He's just something I had to go along with.
Sword keeps falling off. The super glue.
Yeah, that darn guy. But it's worth it. Please check them out. And we're going to do further reviews on some of the other ones, like the Cave Dwellers and such in the future. I just seen this not too long ago, and I had to have them because I know once we get back to the table after this coronavirus, my players have got some serious battling to do. So that's it for the Village Raiders. And now we're going to move on to the second thing, which is the Candlekeep Mysteries, this new book by Wizards of the Coast. Rob's going to start talking about it. I'm going to grab my other copy here.
So we got
2 copies.
You got the copies. You got the original one and the one that you can basically get through your local game store. The special cover.
Yeah, which I'm hearing from all the people online that this is my favorite special edition cover. It's cool. It's got a beholder on the back, which is kind of neat. and these retail for $49.95. Both copies.
So yeah, you get your choice if you like that one better, and go to your local store and pick one up.
You can get this copy also on Amazon if you are afraid to go out because of coronavirus and you want to, have it delivered to your door. That's fine. You can also get this one delivered from your local game store, because my game store, or not my personal game store, but the one that I shop, they offer delivery through, I think it's UPS, I think that's who they use. Yeah, UPS. And but you can get it that way. But for $49.95, it's a pretty good book. And you had some comments about the adventures inside of it. What were you going to tell us about today?
Well, it wasn't even out a week, and it already had some controversy.
Controversy is good, though.
An author, freelancer, Graham Barber. He's known online as Panzer Lion. He claims that Wizards dramatically changed his material. He no longer wants any. He doesn't want to be associated. He doesn't want anything in his future printings involving.
That's not good.
No, it's not. So he wrote the Book of Cylinders in here. It is a 6-level adventure.
Okay, not a bad level, because that's like your sweet spot level between 5 and 10.
Yes, like certain classes get some extra abilities at 6, like paladins.
Right.
Which is really sweet. You definitely want to get to 6th level to get those some of the special abilities for some of them. And anybody that's familiar with Candlekeep, they got it from the original Baldur's Gate games.
Well, it appeared in the old Baldur's Gate games. It had appeared long before Baldur's Gate came out, but it became famous with Baldur's Gate because you actually got to see an artist's rendering of what they thought Candlekeep would look like.
And that's my first experience with Candlekeep.
Mine too, other than seeing the old Forgotten Realms map, back in the early to mid 90s. But yes, it is. Yeah, that's the major point where Candlekeep came out, was Baldur's Gate, the video game.
Yeah, that's the first time I'd ever heard of it. But yeah, basically where your characters start at, and then they have the enhanced versions now out.
The what version?
Enhanced.
Oh, enhanced.
Enhanced.
I thought you said Hanson at first. I'm like,
Hanson.
Oh, those guys? No. Okay.
Okay. So they had 17 adventures. There's 2 of them at 4th level.
Okay.
You go up to 16th level, but there's 17 adventures. But so maybe they felt that the one of the 4th level adventures wasn't enough to get you to the next level. So they made 2 4th level ones.
You can run these all in a sequence if you want, but I think these would be perfect for, like, I got a group that would be, say, in Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, right? And they're like level 4, and I'm just gonna I'm just not feeling messing around in wintertime. Let's just do something different. You can throw one of these adventures, because each one of these adventures revolves around just a book. The party finds a book while they're in Rime of the Frostmaiden, or Heroes of the Dragon Queen, or Horde of the Dragon Queen, or Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and you could make this book is just an adventure by itself, which is really cool, so it can fit in anywhere. And I like that idea, which is really good. But go on about your...
Well, in the back of the book, you have a contributor bios. So you got some little basic bios about people that had anything to do with the book. Editors, there's editors, people that wrote the adventures. There's 23, and the very first one was the guy we were talking about, Graham Barber. And, it's pretty big. It tells he works as a scientific and commercial diver, deployed overseas, and the Canadian Armed Forces, and lives in the interior of British Columbia, where he enjoys diving, riding, and being a dad. And then there's all these other people that you may have never heard of. You can learn just a little bit about them, but we just really hope that Graham and not TSR anymore, Wizards get to act and
solve this problem that it got between the two of them. I mean, it's kind of like the Margaret Weis, Tracy Hickman, and Wizards going to court or trying to go to court. I want this product of Dragonlance. I want to see it. I'd like to see Graham. I really would like to see him and Wizards make this up, and because it would be cool to he's going to have a bad taste in his mouth. Let's smooth this over, Wizards, and let's get him to write some more stuff. And because it's just not cool having to, that kind of problems in the gaming world. I mean, Wizards is like the only people on the block anymore. I mean, it's Wizards. They own it. They own the D&D trademark. You've got so much talent out there that you could use. Don't let one get away, because if he goes somewhere else and a new game system comes out and he's writing for him, like, man, we lost that guy. Don't lose anything. Keep it all. Greed is good. Yeah, but I wanted to point out with this book that also in the back is a fold-out map. I am not pulling it out of this book. It's going to stay there. But a map of Candlekeep, which would be cool for your players. So that was pretty cool to get that. I would really like to see what Beetle and Grimm do with this. I don't know if you're familiar with Beetle and Grimm.
I've heard of them.
I would like to see what they do. I kind of want their Curse of Strahd thing. I mean, I picked up Wizards Curse of Strahd revamped, and it's got some cool stuff in it. But I want to see what Beetle does, and Beetle and Grimm. I'm sorry. But hey, for $49.95 for the special edition cover, or you could get the other one for $30 on Amazon. Just get it and have it. Put it in your library. You can never have too many books. That's how I feel. Another thing that I wanted to say was about the book before I give it up is I noticed that, or I'm gonna go back to Graham Barber. He wrote about the Gripoli. I think the name of them, the name of the creatures were.
Sounds about right.
And I was looking today, and I found them in second edition, the Frogmen. I didn't find them in old first edition stuff, but I found them today in the Monsters Manual from second edition. It's just something that people, it's just an older monster that just gets overlooked, or not really necessarily a monster, but an older race that gets overlooked. But hey, Graham and Wizards, I hope you settle your differences. And to move on to the next thing I would like to talk about today is a RPG subscription. I'm on Facebook, going through my Facebook groups because I'm bored at times, or I got a few minutes of sitting in the car, and I keep getting this ad. Chris Korchak, bookseller, random RPG book club subscription. For like the first week, I'm seeing this every day, multiple times. I'm like, man, I don't need a subscription to something. I already got Dungeon in a Box, which I like. I've gave up some other subscriptions to stuff, and for $16 a month, and I'm like, man, I don't need it. Well, anyway, I bit the bullet because yours truly is a sucker for stuff, sucker for books. So I sign up for it, and the subscription, and I noticed that, hey, shipping's included. Okay, it's got to be media mail. Not a problem because, it's a book. I mean, I'm not going to die if I don't have it. But anyway.
You got time. You got plenty of time in your hands to get
Yeah. So, I get my subscription last week, and I selected that I wanted all D&D products because the only thing I play besides D&D is Warhammer 40K. It's just the only two things I like when it comes to gaming. So I get my box, I open it up, and lo and behold, there's 4 books in it. 4 books. $16. That's $4 a book. Not a bad deal. Because the first book I got was this. The Secret of Bone Hill. I forgot what I got, but for a second. It's complete. The Secret of Bone Hill. There's some writing in it and some underlying, but I'm not really upset about that. There's 2 pages that are loose. It's not bad shape for something that's close to 40 years old, 35, 40 years old. It's complete. I know it's complete because I own another copy of it. But for $4. Now, you can't buy it on eBay for $4. You can't buy it at a show for $4 and get it shipped to your house for $4. It's not a bad copy. It's playable. And what's cool about this is all these old D&D stuff, people are like, I don't play first edition or I don't play fifth. You can take all that stuff with a little bit of elbow grease. You can convert it to the edition you're playing. So this is not a bad deal. $4 that I could convert to any edition. My second book that I got was Marco Polo Departure. Second edition. It's a module for characters level 6 to 8, 4 to 8 characters. Second edition. It's pretty clean. There's a little bit of creasing here on the spine. I'm not upset. It still has the customer response card in it. Got to put a 20 or a 50-cent stamp on it. I don't know why I was thinking 20. So you take these and send them back to TSR. But it's complete. It's got a new monster in the back, Tanari Rat Fiend. It's the only place I've seen that because it's not in my Monstrous Manual or compendiums. But $4. $4 delivered to my door. Not a bad steal.
The original price was like $6.95.
Yeah, $6.95 US.
Yeah.
Secret of Bone Hill original price was, well, it's not on here, but I remember paying $4 to $5 for the old school modules back in the late 80s. My third book that I got from Chris wasn't a D&D book, but it was Mutants and Masterminds, an RPG for superheroes. Not a bad steal. Green Ronin Publishing published this back in, I want to say 2002. I'm looking at it again. Yeah, 2002. This came out in 2002. It's got some really good artwork in it. It's got color. It's a nice hardbound book. For $4. $4. And you can play this. Just get some dice that whatever that requires to play. It's going to tell you in here. I haven't read it yet. But you can build a superhero. I mean, superheroes are popular right now. Your nephew is a big superhero fanatic.
Yes.
I mean, he would love the artwork in it. And get him some dice, and he's playing with his friends. He's playing an RPG with superheroes that they created. $4. Awesome job, Chris Korchak.
I always sit there on the carpet and flip through it and marvel at the superheroes in it.
Yeah, I mean, and you can become an artist just by something you see in this book. I mean, and you're like, oh, I can do that. Or you attempt to, and you do it, and you get better. Awesome deal for $4. The last book that I got was 4th edition Player's Handbook number 2 for $4. I did not have this book in my collection. I now do. Thank you, Chris. I'm giving Chris the plug in advertising because it's such a good deal. He says he's got too many books. I'm helping him getting rid of them. I bought 2 subscriptions. But now I have the second Player's Handbook from the 4th edition in my collection. For Dungeons and Dragons.
Maybe someday you'll be running your own subscription and selling off books like that.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have bought this at the local half-price books for $4. I couldn't have bought it on eBay and shipped to my house for $4. Chris is doing an excellent job. That was my first subscription. My second one, for $16 that I signed up for, I got the Monstrous Compendium Volume 1. It's complete. It's kind of beat up. But to be playing it, I'd still love playing second edition. I got this book. That was going to be half of the 16, and the other half was volume 2. The only thing that I don't have now is the Spelljammer part, the monsters from Spelljammer, to go in this, which, I'll eventually get them. But $8 a piece, and they were shipped to my door.
Yeah, I think Ravenloft had one edition too for the.
I think I have the Ravenloft edition up here that I haven't put in them yet, but all I need is the Spelljammer yet, and then I'll be complete on my Monstrous Compendiums. But $8, Chris Korchak, bookseller subscription. I'm going to put a link down in the subscription, or I'm going to put a link in the description to Chris, and so if you'd wish to join, that would be awesome. I'm sure he would appreciate that. That's it for Chris Korchak and his plug. Another thing I want to talk about is, have you seen the new Icons of the Realm Tiamat? 28-inch wingspan.
It's huge. It's the size of a cat.
That's a big cat.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's talking about a bobcat or But it's huge and it looks really good. I'm not knocking Reaper's version, Maldrakar. I'm not gonna knock some of the older versions of Tiamat, but the scale would be awesome. I mean, I've got the Tiamat from I think it was third and fourth edition, the card game, the aspect of Tiamat. It's smaller. Some of the new icons of the realms, Red Dragon, young Red Dragon is bigger than it. But I want something to scale, and this is at a $400 price tag. Man, I'm gonna have to go sell plasma to get it, but I plan on getting it. We'll do a review on it. We're gonna talk about Orcus and your options for Orcus, to run in a game in case you're running a Repan of Thuck, where Orcus is the bad guy at the end. I've got a Demogorgon from Gale Force 9 for the Out of the Abyss. I just haven't opened him yet. So I've got a couple STL versions of each of those, but some of the stuff that's coming out, I'm really looking forward to these Dracoliches, the blue and the green from Wizards of the Coast. They look so cool in their new Boneyard line. I'm hyped about it. I'm going to have to go drop some dollars on that stuff. Boy, when you players get back to the table, I'm going to have plenty of stuff to kill you.
We're looking forward to getting back to the table and playing with the miniatures. That's for
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
One of the last things that we're going to talk about today is the Gale Force 9. They had released a nice Wendale vinyl map set. There's 2 maps in the set. They're 20 inches by 30. They're made of vinyl. I have not tested whether or not you could use markers on them. I ordered mine from Miniature Market because they had them on. They had like a $5 off sale not too long ago. I ordered them. They normally retail for $39.95 or $99, whatever. But nowhere in the description did it say of use of markers, permanent or dry erase or anything like that, or grease markers. So I have yet to test it. I would use markers if I could and not destroy them, but I got them right here. Wanted to pull them out and give you guys see what they look like. These game mats. There's 2 20 by 30s in here, and they smell really good. I mean, we've had them out I don't know how many times, but we got 2 maps here. We're gonna roll them out and give you a show of what they look like. These are actually upside down. Let's flip these so somebody don't freak on us and like, oh, those are upside down. We have a ravine with a rope bridge crossing it, frozen river, looks like a lake or an ocean. There's a hut, some forest with a trail, a totem, some rocks over here and steps. I'm assuming that would lead up. It has the 1-inch grid, so you have a 5-foot square for your minis. It's something worth looking into. Let's go to the second one, which is a village. It's upside down, but I don't care. Go ahead and pull that tight if you would. You got a village with a big bonfire and a couple small cook fires, some trees, log pile. I don't know where this would come into in Rime of the Frostmaiden because I haven't read it all yet. But it's a good battle map or you can use it anywhere. You don't have to use it in Rime of the Frostmaiden. Yeah. If you're running your own homebrew, these would be a nice village for barbarians, or it could be a goblin village, whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, like the adventure I'm running right now, they're in the spine of the world where it's snowy and cold.
But it's just a homebrew idea that you come up with, and this would be awesome in it. But these are $39.95. They're pretty neat. I wouldn't mind getting some other maps that are vinyl. But these are from Gale Force 9. I hope you enjoy our show today. We could use any kind of feedback. Leave us some ideas of what you think. We've got the first 12 shows covered as to our topics, but what do you think that we could do to improve our show, to get more viewers, to just make it a better experience for everyone? Yes. We're thinking about just doing podcasts occasionally, because I know podcasts are popular. I really don't listen to them personally, but I know people who do. I would just love to interact more with the D&D community. You got anything you want to add?
Just get out there, support your local stores, the Griffin, Fantasy Games, Secret Door. I don't know.
Those are in our area.
All right, I'm not sure any others in the area that's with a reasonable driving distance, but we just appreciate you listening to us ramble on for this amount of time, and we probably went on quite a lot longer than you want to listen to, but we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, an upcoming show. Next show is
yes.
going to be, we're going to interview a guy by the name of Andrew Webb. He has a online Facebook Marketplace store called Spiders Corner, Spiders Web, Spiders Parlor. I'm sorry. Andrew, makes dice from resin. He casts the dice. He's got some really cool colors. He's going to have some examples. I think next weekend when we talk to him. Then we're going to talk about some other stuff. But he also does potions. It's like whatever the greater healing potion or regular healing potion. He puts the appropriate dice in the jar with the resin, the color on the bottom and the dice. So you just open it, you take a potion healing, and he rolls it, and it tells you how many hit points you get back. It's really cool because I seen him at a show. He was set up across from us, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had to tell him about it. So when he showed up later, I'm like, dude, this guy's got some awesome, cool stuff. His dice is a little expensive, but they're handmade. They're not just printed out of, from a machine. He takes his time with them. He sands them, he polishes them, he makes sure they roll perfect. They're just some awesome looking things, and we want to share him with you because I know there's always people that say they never have too many dice.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to listening. Tell us how he makes this and all the procedures involved with this. And
right.
So I'm looking forward to this.
All right. Well, I think this wraps up tonight. I hope you guys had a good time, and we will talk to you at a later date. Anything else? All right.
See you next
All
time.
right. Goodbye.